Okay, welcome to Musou Monday. I'm your host, Mika Carazarel. I see we have a viewer. If I'm coming through, please let me know. Did try to do some audio testing already, so we should be fine today. If I can be heard, please let me know. Today we are here to play a pre-Dynasty Warriors game starring a whole bunch of Musou characters. That is very good to know. So I did try to study up a bit on who's who. I was a little surprised by the roster, but I may have been reading this wrong. But yeah, Warriors of Fate, aka let's see, aka whatever this is. It's actually a sequel to another beat 'em up, and one of the primary differences is that the original game, in the original game, you are basically you're just stuck to your horse. So for most of the game, you're actually riding a horse and fighting enemies that way. In this one, though, it's much more of a traditional beat 'em up. It's somewhat complex for an old game like this, but we're talking 90s here. Every character has a special move, several special grabs, and dash attacks and whatnot. But yeah, it's called Warriors of Fate in the English version. It's actually I'll just start the game and I'll tell you while it's running. The English version actually drops the whole Musou theme. There is no reference to Romance of the Three Kingdoms at all. It takes place in basically like random time Mongolia, and they have Mongolian names, stuff like that. But in this one, it's just straight up Romance of the Three Kingdoms. That's Dong Zhuo getting killed by Lu Bu. And I'm not sure what this says. But yeah, that's a short intro. We'll just get started. I'm playing the Japanese version to get the proper names. Those are the guys you can play as. So here we have Guan Yu, the God of War. Zhang Fei, who you may remember as like the fat burly guy. This is Zhao Yun, the guy who's on the cover of basically every Dynasty Warriors game. And there are two more. There's the old guy with the bow that I'm not that familiar with yet. He only barely showed up in the games that I played. I know he's a big deal, but I'm not that familiar with him yet. You start out on a horse in this game, but you can actually lose the horse and then you have to go on foot. You actually have some moves you can do on the horse. You can turn around and do an attack like this, and you can actually run people down by pressing forward and the jump button. You just push them like this. Obviously you want a wall. And then you also have this additional See if I can do it. Yeah, Hadouken motion. You do a special move. Right now we're just getting started. I think this fight is... this whole game is based on Battle of the Red Cliffs, which is the one where Wu and Shu combine forces to take down Cao Cao. Cao Cao is the bad guy in this. I'm not actually sure why the international version just drops the whole Romance of the Three Kingdoms, because on one hand I figure, I mean, the book is literally 1,000 years old. Why would there be any sort of trademark, copyright, whatever? Then again, we are talking current era communist China, which actually might actually have something to say about that. Could also be maybe because of political tension at the time. This came out in the 90s. I did try to look this up. I couldn't find anything like verified. It was just the international version changed all the names to generic Mongolian names. Not sure why. I'm not like super good at this game, as you can see. I'm just exploring it. Now, since the boss is about to die, you can actually kill him or spare him. If you hit him with a special move, he is going to get decapitated and actually die. And if you don't, he just goes down like this. Victory cry. I'll see if I can make it through like playing all of the characters. You can see their stuff. Zhao Yun here, he has a special move that's basically a DP. It can cut people in half. You can actually do that to regular enemies. If you kill them with this, they actually die. Like that, they just get cut in half. And they drop coins. Bleed coins, I guess. You can also pick up additional weapons, like this bigger sword. Does more damage per hit, but it's you can't really combo. They also have special grabs, of course. This guy does not have that many. He's striking specialist, but I do think he has a couple of throws. See if I can. He has the toss. He has the stab. That didn't work. Oh. Bad. When you come down like that, the enemies will take damage, but it can't actually finish them off. If you have full health when you grab health, you get points instead. Typical standard beat 'em up. The sword is kinda difficult to line up, but of course it kills enemies when you if you finish them off with the sword. It is an arcade game, so it's pretty cheap. So really supposed to play multiplayer. Don't have anyone right now, but we can play this game again. See if we can get 3 whole people together. I'll try somebody else. We are going to pick Guan Yu. This guy. Notice the lack of green clothing and red skin and his trusty spear. Instead he has this this jumping elbow that can apparently slice people in half. See if I can do that. Like that. He has a special grab though. Muscle Buster. Of course has. Taco Ton. I'm not actually sure who that is. Now he has the spear, including a grab because of course. Ow. So cheap. Enemies can of course blow themselves up. Enemies take surprisingly little damage from your attacks. Okay, so Bebe Sulfan, is it? You'll have to apologize, I'm not familiar with all of my friends' monikers. So I'm not sure who that is. If you wanna introduce yourself, that would help. Let's finish this guy off. The spinning lariat of death. This guy obviously has inspiration from Zangief. Imagine if Zangief could just cut you in half with the lariat. Celebrate. We're supposed to mash buttons and rotate the stick, which is actually really hard on a pad. Not too shabby. Something 100. I actually see a lot of classic Musou stuff here with tactics, traps, fire attacks, water attacks. It's mostly there for story reasons, like it doesn't actually do much, but yeah. Which makes for cool visuals. This handy mace that just makes people explode into bits. Get a book. Books give you points. I think because literature is an important theme of even the book itself. Everybody has a spear except the guys you're playing. These damn pikemen. You wanna play footsies? You're actually probably gonna lose. He does have a rushing headbutt attack, but I'm not sure how you do it. I've gotten it by accident a couple of times. There we go. Okay, so if you get this, you actually set everything on fire. Kyocho. Guy with big hammer. I think I know who that is, actually. It's the guy you fight at the Hulao Gate in pretty much all of the Dynasty Warriors, if not literally all of them. He recently had a DLC appearance where he was playable for apparently the first time in Dynasty Warriors 9. I'm a bit surprised because he's kind of a big deal. So it's weird that it took so long for him to be playable. Even though he doesn't actually do that much. Get away from me. As is usual with beat 'em ups. There are these smaller enemies that just keep coming. Okay. Let's see. Let's get Zhang Fei, this guy. If you play the Dynasty Warriors games, you'll know that he is round, green, has a big bushy beard. Same guy. This one he has Balrog's dash punches and also grabs for days. Can chew people's faces Blanca style. Totally something that Zhang Fei is known for. Biting people. I like this grab though. He also has mandatory lariat. This guy gets cut in half by that too. Another boss down. Forget the name of this guy. Shu Ho? Something like that. George the Animal Steel. I tried looking these girls up, but I think they're all like original characters. It's just Capcom likes these women with slicing kicks. They're borrowed from Strider or something. Xiao Hudun? Nah, he probably shows up as well. I haven't identified him. But I think that was the guy you fight at Hulao Gate as like a boss in like all of the Dynasty Warriors games. I only played him like for... I played him a little bit on the very first stream I did. Didn't go very well. So these are not Da Qiao or Sun Shangjiang. These are way, ladies. I don't think he would send his wife out there. Mei-Ya, and Mei-Ding. Can you kill them though? Nope, they just get KO'd. Tong Poo sisters as extras. Yeah, basically. They have flying kicks. Now we get a flood attack. I think maybe that's possibly that guy is Zhuge Liang. Master strategist. He was more known for that fire attack though. I really like this grab. Let's see if I can get a... So when you grab somebody you can choke them like this and then drop them into a suplex. Just make people explode with Balrog turn punch. Oop. Like that. His whole upper body just flies away. I like this grab too because it's just really good at hitting enemies, but of course he has just regular suplex as well. Oh, he survived. Spent too much health, thought he was gonna die. Punch! Ah, so that's how you do the attack. I think. Ah, it's just down and jump. That is really helpful. I seem to remember there was a dash attack, but yeah, it is, but it's not during a dash, it's down and jump. Okay, that's a juggle starter. Just pick them up and then juggle them. Wonder if you can... I'll try something. See if I can... Yeah. Lots of health. This guy has stayed alive for longer than anyone else so far. Oh. Hitboxes are a bit weird in this, because sometimes you get multiple hits doing a single attack. Other times you get not a whole lot. This guy's pretty cheap. No combos, he just has bows and arrows. He is the guy who keeps... Not sure about his name, again, not super familiar with the character. I've only seen his name mentioned in the book so far. But I know he's apparently considered to be one of Liu Bei's 5 generals. He is also a guy who kills one of Cao Cao's men in most of the Dynasty Warriors games with this bow and arrow duel that he always wins. Interesting throw. Well, even though you do the flood attack, there are so many enemies that are just still alive. Kind of makes me wonder, like, did it actually do anything, or is it that this is the guy? This is just the small portion of the army that survived. So this is how Guan Yu actually ends up dead. He gets hit by, well, partially. He gets hit by the flood attack because of the rainstorm, and they also abused his the fact that he's a good guy. That he's allowed to take a castle. Basically saying, you can take the castle, but we'll surrender without a fight, but you have to promise to not kill any of my men, because he was an honorable guy. And what ended up happening was, because he spared all of his opponents, they ate a lot of his food, and it became a huge problem. And then the flood attack hit this guy, Sojin. Apparently you're supposed to be able to guess who the character is based on the pronunciation. So I guess Zhao Yun? No? Because he's on my team. Maybe he's Xiao Hudun? Not sure if he has an eye patch. Not sure if Xiao Hudun ever used like giant mace whip broadsword combo. Oh. Oh. I know there's supposed to be a method to this madness, but if watching long plays of these types of games, the answer is usually have a second or third player. Doing it solo is just, the game is just not meant to be played solo. Apparently this was one of the earliest games that had 3 players. That was a thing Capcom started doing after Final Fight, where you had 3 characters, but it was 2-player only. And then they went just ham with that and just started doing 3 or 4-player co-op. In this bundle there's Captain Commando as well, which is yeah, cheese the game with infinite continues. Okay, this guy. Wow, that was not what I tried to do. Let's see, this guy I did look up. Hold on. His name is Wei Yan. In the Dynasty Warriors games, he is basically the sort of Amazon barbarian type who just talks exclusively in screams, just shouts all the time. He's like some sort of wild man with a mask. Looks like some sort of crazy Aztec warrior. Yeah, I wonder... Yeah, you're just supposed to be walking because you're being chased by a whole army. No, you have to fight them. What is his special move? Ah, just straight up flash kick. It's just a flash kick. Bam. Same animation and everything. What is his tackle? Ah, it's this dashing elbow. Oh no, they're killing the peasants. Because Cao Cao is a dick. The guy who lost most of his intelligence as Dynasty Warriors continued on. Yeah, that's him. Some of the other people I could figure out because they were like Kanu being Guan Yu. It's like that's one of the first things to figure out when you start learning the Japanese names of these same characters, because Kanu is always there, because I mean Guan Yu is kind of a big deal, being like the literal god of war and everything. What is his jumping throw? Oh, it's just plants them into the ground. That like does have a sword. I like this dashing elbow though. Really good range. Simple. Ah, we can get a horse. Yeah. There's a lot of audience here. I'm not sure what mission this is supposed to be. I started thinking about like the other games that they did. There's the Camelot game. What is it called? A sequel to King of the Dragons. Also on this bundle. Where they actually do have one of the missions is just basically them playing capture the flag, and all of the enemies are actually your own troops that you beat up in this sort of mock battle. I don't think that's it, but this reminds me of that set piece where you have a huge audience. Oh yeah, you can do a special attack when you're on the horse as well. Lots of reused people. These twins here keep showing up. Oh no, a bunch of dead people. I guess maybe it's the I guess it's the people cheering might be like the regular people that are happy that you're there to like save them. Oh! Extension blade stuff. Oh! Yeah, I bet that flash kick also cuts people in half. Because why wouldn't it? Bam! Yeah. This guy is pretty quick. Really like that attack. I like how he really puts his elbow out there so it reaches really far. Oh. Oh. Yeah. It actually seems to have a lot of priority because he crouches down. This guy gets to live. Totally. Yeah, sorry. I was gonna ask, but I saw you were streaming, so I was like, the reason I'm doing this today, I actually didn't plan for this. It's that my cat is really sick. Some story about a kid. Not sure what this is. But yeah, my cat is really sick, and I had saved this up for like an opportunity when I could just do something quick and dirty. And because he is really sick, and I had very little time to prepare. I had to like go to see the vet, get an appointment, stuff like that. He's fine for now, but he was in really bad shape for a while. So I basically spent all afternoon trying to get that sorted out, and I just settled on this because it was like on the back burner for whenever there was a... Yeah, he's 18 years old, so it's to be expected. But yeah, there's that, and also that the fact that I had planned to run this game again. So do like a single player version, just trying out all the characters, and then do like yeah, Grandpa Kitty. He started getting so old that when people asked me how old he is, instead of saying how many years, I just started making jokes about how he was there to see the pyramids, and he thinks he doesn't like the newfangled things that these newfangled things like books and televisions, kids these days. Let's see, let's start over. Being dragged into helping someone do Genshin in a few minutes, which is proposed morning live stream. Okay. Oh, good luck with that. I noticed that you've been streaming a lot, Arya, which is pretty cool. Sorry that I haven't been checking in today, because I did see that you were streaming, but like I said, I was really busy. I'm just trying to be consistent, that's why I picked Monday, because I don't think I could do a daily stream for very long. So I just picked one and just made sure that if this is going to be a thing, I'm going to have to try to at least pin down this time, do just stay consistent, do Musou every single Monday without fail, no matter what. Yeah, still, thanks for taking the time to actually check in though. Ow, 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 ow. Ah, help! Okay. His dash attack. Really quick. Oh. Not super evasive though. Just fast. Zhaoyun minus spear feels weird. Like, spear is like his whole thing. He does not have a special throw. He does have a DP though. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because like I mentioned earlier, they're balanced to be played by multiple people. When you play solo, it's you can tell that the game is just not made for that. It's more like it will allow you to do it, but it's not really kind of like that game Fighting Rage. When you play it solo, it's actually pretty hard. But when you just add a single, even just the AI, just one to take some of the heat off, it's suddenly not that bad. And then when you have 3 people, it's actually kind of cheap. Like on your end, like the enemies really don't. They're at a distinct disadvantage. Their numbers just don't add up and too much of a threat anymore in the same way. Oh? Oh, okay. More of these guys. Unlike the others, I haven't actually noticed any real censorship issues going on, because Capcom were so weird about that. Like, Final Fight 2 having replaced like basically all of the female enemies with generic male counterparts. But this game doesn't seem to do that. Obviously I'm playing the Japanese version, but even in the English version it's like the changes are more to the story and the character names, not so much what you can actually do. I think you can still decapitate people in the English version just fine. And those knife guys are just... they're not supposed to be like female characters, unlike Final Fight 2. This is Cao Cao. I think that's Xiao Dun and Xiao Yuan, I bet. His constant companions. Maybe one of them is Cao Ren, though? I'm gonna have to do Cao Ren at some time, because Slim recommended him, and he's a pretty fun character in the Dynasty Warriors games. Just, he's just a giant tank, just all armor. One of these is clearly weaker than the other. This guy is obviously the weak link. Oh. Okay, let's see. Okay. What does this guy have as a dash attack? Oh, the slow elbow. Is there something with the sword? Just always knocks down? Interesting. I don't think I've actually seen this weapon. Oh! Damn it. See if I can do a fatality on this guy. It's gonna cost a lot of health, but let's see. One more should do it. And there we go. Ew. Ame. Yuan Shu, perhaps? Not sure. Minigame. Beat up wooden Salsa figures that walk away. Because he's good at fleeing. This part has to be, yeah, this is definitely Battle of the Red Cliffs. The one where a certain somebody just rams into Cao Cao's ship with a burning ship of his own. Sinks his whole fleet. God, I love that throw. Dash punch! Dash punch! Yeah, because they tie their ships together, and then they kamikazed one of the lead ships, and because they were tied together, all of the ships burned down. Still, my favorite strategy is Yuan Shao, when he does the thing where he needs 100,000 arrows, because he was known for his whole army strategy was basically just all of them had crossbows or just longbows, and they would just shoot everything like this, just this wall of arrows. And he ran out of arrows, so he decided, okay, we're fighting across a river, and one of us is gonna have to get to the other side, but they have a bunch of arrows and we don't, and that's our specialty because we just got out of one battle. So what he did was he started basically said, okay, so when morning comes, because we're by the river, we should send a boat over when it's like nice and misty. We're gonna put some wooden logs on there. We're gonna put our some guys are gonna just have to put their armors on those logs, and we'll send it out. Jesus, this guy just refuses to be grabbed. There we go. But yeah, so he sent out the ship into the mist with these wooden logs wearing people's armor, and his opponents just fired everything they had at them, thinking, oh, here they come, open fire, just kill all of them, we got them. And they hit the wooden logs just because there weren't actually any people on there. They were just it was an unmanned ship. And then after they did that, Yuan Shao just ordered them to like take the let's see, let's do this guy. Take the just pull the ship back with like ropes. Take all of the arrows, and then actually fire back. I'm like, oh wow, that's a genius move. Just make the opponent waste all of their ammo to give him the arrows that he needed. So he could do the thing. Play to his advantage. Yuan Shao actually does not get a whole lot of credit. He's like, in the games, he's this pompous, noble dick. But Even the book like goes on about how he's like not a very good general, but it's like that was a clever move. Very creative. Oh, suplex. Oh, talk about low profiling. Oh, that grab is actually kind of hard to get. I have to press super early. Oh yeah, getting this ice cold wall of storm that you just can't walk through. Also, they summoned like sort of like zombie men made out of paper who are like invincible. And one of the generals, like he summons like a bunch of illusions, like clones of himself, which I think is just a way of let's see, Millionaire Arcana combo video and shared Don's persona. Oh yeah, the combo video, of course. But yeah, the yellow turbans were like, you look at the book and it's like, oh, this is supposed to be Choryu. Let's see, who is that? I think that's a character from who's in Kohime Musou. Wow, I was not paying attention. Ow. Lariat! There we go. Wow, throws do no damage against this guy. Thank you. Ow. Okay. Instant overhead in a game that doesn't actually have overheads. This guy is definitely no Hagar, even though he has the drop kick. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Damn, that attacks fast. Okay. Slice. Ah, they say the name of the character that you kill. That's why the chant is different. I know Lu Bu is supposed to show up. I think he's supposed to be like the real last boss. Because the boss fight with Cao Cao is not actually a boss fight, it's just annoying. It's sort of a mini game. The game actually has two different endings. depending on whether you actually beat Salsa within the time limits. I think I'm gonna make a save, see if I can get it, or like get both endings. I mean, this guy is like just slicing people with his elbow. What is he, like Brock Lesnar? I like the axe because it keeps them standing, so you can just hit them again. Ah, these ladies again. Say hello to Strider for me. Oh. Okay, that's kind of cheap. Banner Lesnar. Let's see. Go back to this guy with the amazing elbow. Speaking of Rock. Yeah. Oh, okay. Damn, that attack is so good. I like how it has like so fast, like the startup is fast, the recovery is fast, the range is amazing. It's basically like having a dash attack, just a dash. You can use it for movements. Just get in on these guys before they just stab you. Gan and Jan. Oh. Is that a Tomahawk Buster? Ah. Slicing people with a flash kick. Yeah, it's like a mini Tomahawk Buster. Just one spin. Like the Light Punch version in Street Fighter 4, except he does a jump in this. Also, it's not T-Hawk, but doesn't have a gun, but he does have a sword. Also for this amazing elbow. Oh, that's cheap. Gets knocked down prematurely because of the wall. Oh. That's a good hitbox. Oh. Oh. Wow. Anti-air. MK11, that would have been a brutality. Okay. Ah, thank you, game. Wow. The whole Abobo family is here. I like how he can just toss these guys, even though they're like twice his size. I mean, it's not Alex suplexing or power bombing Hauser, but we're getting there. I think I'm gonna stick with this guy actually. That elbow. Counteract some of the cheapness. Okay. Ah. I also like how he, instead of doing like a jump kick, he does this big stab. Ooh, what's this? The iframes. Oh, that hammer's like the best weapon, but these are... Yeah, the meteor hammer. See if I can get somebody. There we go. This is the best weapon. Insta DZ. There we go. No. Okay. Okay. Yes. I like how you can get basically infinites with this. Dizzy into dizzy into dizzy. I'm not picking that knife up. Come on. Yeah. The MK boss in this economy. Yeah, I think this is no, that's not Lubu. That's Joku. Joku. Like, you see the Joe character? Can you dizzy the boss with this? No, he's got the Akuma thing going on. He gets DC'd, but he just recovers. Screw these guys. Ah, my god. Well, at least he doesn't have the horse now. Ow. Damn, so quick and aggressive. Wow, that's a wake-up attack. Ah, you can do dash attacks out of grabs. Interesting. Damn, that attack is fast. Jesus. Okay. This should be the last stage. This would be where Musou shows up. Salzal keeps running. Interesting. When you do the flash kick out of a grab, he barely gets off the ground. Ah, thank you, game. Timing is really tight, I keep messing up. Oh, that's a new one. For a game that features weapon combat, damage is really low. I mean, the guy has a sword and stuff, but it's gonna takes a lot of hits to take down a single enemy. There's another throw that I haven't seen before. Ah, it's just sometimes he throws them straight down if there's something in the way, instead of tossing them over his shoulder. It's possible. we're talking about video game developer that had the so-called insurance mode, where if you were doing really well on a really low health bar, the enemies would actually get buffed in the original Final Fight. They would move faster, hit harder, to make sure that you didn't make it if your health was getting low. So basically, like, the lower your health, the more likely that you would just get steamrolled. I've seen that in other games as well. I think the original Castlevania on the NES, didn't they have like this system where, like, with every level that you beat, enemies would do like an additional tick of damage for every hit? So like they would start out doing like 1 tick, and then on the stage after it would take 2, and after a while it's like a quarter of your health in a single hit. Yeah. Yeah, at least I heard that's how it works, but it's been too long since I played it. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I think that there was a formula to it, but I think it was just basically the more stages you beat, the higher damage enemies will do, no matter what they are. Yeah, now we're playing Musou. Ah. Yeah, because you have the Death Knights towards the end, that's just gonna mess you up. Short hopping. Yeah, there we go. Blonde Lubu. With a giant sword. And his many Diao-chans. Oh, and he can turn his sword into a whip? Okay. Wow, these knives. I don't know for sure, this game doesn't follow anything in the book, because who is it that actually kills Lubu? It's Cao Cao famously just executed him because his advisors basically said, when Lubu offered his services, that hey, this guy, like, betrayal, like killing his the guy he's working for is kind of his thing. He's done that like what 4 times now. You shouldn't keep this guy around. Like, really? I mean, he's strong, but he betrays his masters like it's a freaking sport. And Cao Cao was like, okay, and he just executed him. Also, I'm not sure where, yeah. I'm not sure where, like, Cao Cao, or rather, Lubu got his, like, badassery from. I mean, he is a badass, like, don't get me wrong, it's just that, he, kind of falls apart towards the end. Because, Cao Cao actually beats his ass pretty badly. least in the book, it's pretty oof. Yeah, okay. Okay, so in this one, it's a Shu Kingdom kills him. But yeah, he gets cornered by Cao Cao, and it's just they have this long fight, battle after battle after battle. It's just that every single time when they have their showdown, it's like Cao Cao either pushes him back, and the only thing that allows Lu Bu to survive is that he gets into like superhero mode when he's cornered. So every fight they have is either Lu Bu is pressured to the point of defeat, or Cao Cao, or it's a stalemate. So like the best thing he gets is basically a stalemate. Okay, this is not nearly as hard as I remember. So this gets the good ending, because you actually kill him before he jumps into the river. But yeah, so after extensive battles, like they go back and forth, but it's mostly Cao Cao goes fourth and Lu Bu is like gets a tie. Lu Bu actually gets he retreats again, and then he's like back in like this one town he controls. He gets really depressed and like basically becomes an alcoholic, like he's just drinking his sorrows away. And then he has like this, he gets one shot at like a last stand, and he just sobers up, goes out, tries to be a hero, and do the Lu Bu thing where he just sends thousands of people flying with a single attack, and completely fails because Cao just kicks his ass again and captures him, and then Lu Bu offers his services, and Cao Cao's advisors are just, nah. And then he just gets executed. And that's how his story ends. Oh yeah, you unify the... unify all of China. That's not how that story goes. Yeah. Let's see, I can do the alternate ending once this cutscene is over. I like this part because it actually shows off what happened with every boss. Like that. Not sure what happened, he was off screen. This guy got stabbed. So these pictures will actually look different depending on how you actually finished off the boss, which is pretty cool. That guy got punched in half. He got jumped, and that's Cao Cao getting... Man, his whole head flies off. That was Cao Cao just being pushed into the corner. Okay, so we'll go back and we'll get the other ending. We'll do this again. I'm not sure, like... So you just let him go. Because he surrenders, but Cao Cao is a charming man. Apparently he's not actually that good at persuading people. I got the impression from this game that he's like this super amazing manipulator that can just get like basically infinite amounts of soldiers because he's so persuasive. Apparently that's not really the case. He just relied on basically partially brute force, partially like a lot of his armies were just basically volunteers, kind of. Yeah, the Free Kingdoms remain. Oh, so you can actually just let him go? Well, if this changes the ending. Let's see what happens. I know for a fact that there's actually a bad ending. I'm not sure if this is how you get it. There is definitely another way though. If you actually try to fight him and then you run out of time, he jumps into the river himself. Let's see what happens. Akiman, that guy. Even with this nonsense moniker that they apparently did to keep people from stealing their employees. Akimon got so famous, there's even the Go-Go Akimon game based on him. Yeah, this is just... So Yoongi left behind because he sucks. Okay, let's do this one more time and actually get the bad ending. I actually assumed you would get the bad ending if you just let him go, but apparently he appreciates that and you just get 3 kingdoms. So. And we ran out of time. Let's go. And he just runs off. Jumps into the river. And they're like, there's no way he could have survived that. Except he totally does. Because, I mean, it's not like they've never seen a movie before. Not that movies were invented at the time, but yeah. So they celebrate. You get your scores. You get your total. Yeah, let's speed this up a bit. You get the girl or whatever. Everybody celebrates. And then the ominous music. He takes over the contested area. They're all defeated. Talking about how they made mistakes. Pretty short ending, but yeah. Okay, that's it for the game. There is some, there is of course the gallery for the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle. This one, you can see some of the characters here. There's Shang Wei, and of course the horse. Knights of the Round characters, Captain Commando characters. Not seeing a whole lot of the actual Musou characters. There's only a couple. Not everybody's here though, obviously. You have Damned over there, all looking at all these heroes. Oh yeah, Guan Yu there, of course. Guy, let's see. Oh yeah, Shang Wei in the background. The lady from Cyberbots. There's Zhao Yun. then you of course have Warriors of Fate. Main characters. Liu Bei. Totally not in green. This Saint Seiya style helmet. Ah, there we go. Well, you actually having the spear sword thing he always carries. Barely uses though. I guess that's Zhuge Liang to the left, Liu Bei to the right of him, to the right of him that's Cao Cao, and to the far right is of course the blonde Liu Bu with the samurai armor and the Excalibur sword. Such an odd design for him. More close-ups, chibi. The various attack. Oh, there's the super dashing elbow. Various special moves from the horseback, because of course you gotta ride a horse. It's Musou. Character designs, enemy designs, the Yao-chan triplets. This guy, this Chinese Zangief. And those guys, so annoying, so hard to grab, and projectile men. This guy, I still have to look him up. Just all of the boss characters. Blonde Liu Bu again. Various weapons, we all know which is the best. Ah, there's the name. Iron Hammer. The insta dizzy. Every hit dizzies. If you hit a dizzied enemy, they get dizzy again. Muramasa, Masamune, Murasame, Kotetsu. Oh yeah, various weapons. Various swords, specifically. The map. Way to the north, U to the east, and Shu to the west. And I think that's it. Various title screens. Like you can see, it's like there's barely any change. Even though they completely rewrote the whole story and changed the name of every character and swapped the whole setting. It doesn't actually add up to much of a difference in the actual game, though. Let's see. Yeah, here we have it. This is the English story, because the Japanese one is just Romance of the Three Kingdoms, and this is Zhanglo, a country ruled by murder and violence under the iron fist of the Dark Lord Aquila Orkhan, aka Cao Cao, you know, that guy. Having driven his own country into ruin and despair, Aquila Orkhan now casts his covetous eyes on his neighboring countries. As his conquering shadows spread, one man rose up to his black tide. His name was Quan Ti. I think that's Liu Bei. And with the aid of his 5 greatest warriors, aka generals, and one of the wisest minds in his realm. Yeah, that's Zhuge Liang. Quan Ti would fight to defend his people and lands. The battle begins. No mention of the fact that there's, you know, a whole other kingdom in this one. They make it sound very two-sided. Yeah, here we have the characters. One is called Porter. He is relied by everyone because of his... what does that say? Stayed character? Kassar, aka Zhang Fei. The barbarous lion-head guy. Lion-hearted guy who lives for sake and fight. Sake, yeah, okay. There's Cao Cao. Oh, what's his name? Temujin Khan. He's a lone wolf and is proficient in horse riding. Wow, what a description. Okila Orkhan, this evil schemer, makes a puppet of the emperor and holds real power over the country. That is surprisingly accurate, because that's actually what Cao Cao does. Who else do we have? Oh yeah, Abaka. Abaka. This huge guy has been rendering distinguished services in war. There we have Zhao Yun, aka Subutai. He respects justice and is well up in the arts of war and peace. Kadan, this gifted archer is almost 70 but still possesses incredible strength. I have Dutai, Zhuge Peerless tactician, helps Quan Ti greatly with his ability in manipulating the troops skillfully. And Quan Ti, aka Liu Bei, anxious about the future of his country, he rose up against Okila Orkhan with the 5 great warriors, as in his 5 generals. Here you have various inputs. We already did these. There's a Hadouken with a horse. Oh, you can do a 100 hand slap with a horse as well. Turn around, dash attack. Well, we did all of those. Forward throw. Yeah, pressing the button where you just grab them and you strike them. Zhao Yun has the stab. Zhang Fei has the biting people's faces. And then you of course have the jumping throw. Down B, there we go. Super dashing elbow, of course that's the one I show. And then the special move, down up. Flash kicks, DPs. Yeah, dash, turn, giant swing. Cyclone slash. Sure killing techniques, that's what they're called. Also bodily crush. Bodily crush. Here's the characters again. And we are back to the beginning. Yeah, okay. That's it. That is Warriors of Fate. We will definitely revisit this game. I will have to look up some of these characters. I did look some of them up in advance, but I also realized I don't, even with the Chinese names, I still don't know who they are, so we'll definitely come back. I figure most of them are on the Wei side, so that should narrow it down a bit. I'm still struggling with, I mean, there are literally 100 characters to keep track of in the Romance of the Three Kingdoms book, and only some of them are in the Dynasty Warriors games. It really helps to learn from playing the Dynasty Warriors games. It gives you a face of the character, it gives them like slight personality, you can like see the context they appear in. So there's still a lot to explore, so there's gonna be more streams, more episodes where we find out more about Dynasty Warriors. But yeah, I'll see you guys hopefully next Monday, same time. We'll play more Dynasty Warriors and related games. I still have I still have more than one game that actually features the same characters. I played one earlier today that features Lubu, and only Lubu. But that's a surprise for later. But I didn't realize that was Lubu, but now I know better. But, it's a fighting game where he appears as a solo act, and he's the henchman of the main villain. But he is playable. But yeah, with that, I bid you adieu, and I will see you later. Follow me on Twitter at HexElf. You can see more updates, or you can just subscribe to my channel. You'll find out when there's more streams going. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll catch you all later.